What's up there, YouTube? All right, Kydex tutorial. That's too much. All right, your knife's all set. You want to wrap it with something. Cellophane, tape, whatever you prefer. I like this stuff. It's like cellophane or saran wrap, but it's not saran wrap. So it adds a little bit of thickness to the blade itself and where the Kydex goes. So therefore, you're not going to have an issue with it being too tight. You want the tightness to be around the handle. You want the super tightness around the blades. This just adds some thickness and makes it easier. All right, I cut my Kydex to size already for one of these blades, and it's in the oven at 350 until it gets nice and loose and get it set. I already did my measurements for this first blade. I'll show you measurements on the other one. Sure, it's clean. I want that clean, okay? So let's take a look at the Kydex. Put it back in and warm up a little. Generally want the surface to be about 350 degrees. Blades are wrapped, it's ready to go. I got my padding. This padding is very important. You want nice, thick, softish padding, so it completely encompasses all the little nuances of your blade, which we'll discuss that in a little bit. So the padding is important. Now this is a homemade device. It's just a quick, easy pivot point. Use whatever you want. Use hinges from a door. Make sure it comes down flat. Otherwise, it's just plywood cut. I think that Kydex is about ready. Let's pull it out. I got a bunch of extra here just because of the length that I had. Take it down to there. Fold it over. I want at least a 1/4 inch overall extra. Want that fold to be just right. I'm gonna hold it right till the end there. That's just about perfect. Gonna be a 1/4 inch past. Should be good. So that's that. Let's prep for the next one. I personally prefer 0.60 Kydex. Couple of tips. Cut bigger than you think you need. Otherwise, with the shrinkage from the heat and what have you, it has a tendency to get wonky. The video that works for this. Came out quite nice. Good shape. A bit extra on this side, but that'll work out. That's good. It's real good. Burning flesh. That should be perfect. All right. Now we wait. All right. Here's the first one. I got plenty of room between the blade and the end to put the holes for the rivets. The end comes to here, so I'm going to go about 2 centimeters past that and cut that off and then drill some holes. So I'll do the cutting first and then we'll drill some holes. Okay, holes looking good. They follow the edge of the knife, no problem. Now we can trim this up, make it look tight. We're going to leave this fold here and just bring that and fold it right around to there. This we're going to cut down this way at an angle initially and see how that fits. We're going to leave the rivet out. I'll put the rivet in. Worst case, I have to cut it out. But if you don't want this too much over here, because then you don't get your blade in the way you need to have the blade in. And you want to keep this at least I got it basically a 1/4 inch away, about a centimeter away from the blade all the way around, just to keep it so it goes in and out without being too terribly tight. So let's put some rivets in it, take the blade out, and go from there. A key thing to remember here is always put your rivets in all in the same direction. This is a 400 grit belt, so it left a nice line. If you look at that, you can almost not see the line. Then as I progress with what I'm doing here, I'm going to use some fine grit sandpaper to tighten it up so it does look like it's completely melted together. As tight as I can make it. Alright, so let's clean up the rough. Alright, the second one came out beautiful. Very happy with it. Go ahead and drill some holes in this one now. Drilled. About ready to start the easy one, the single strap. Ooh, bent, but that can be fixed. Easy enough to fix. All right, 1.5 inches. Just like that. All right, so now we're going to do the loops for the belt. Start with this. I'm going to shape it up to the right thinness so it looks good and kind of comes down to a nice taper. And what I did was notch out a little groove in the top part that I'm going to smooth out real nice, just so I get the hole in order to put this on there. This is a very simple loop, but it's an effective loop. Sometimes simple is the best route. So that's what we're going to do here. Real easy. Hole's already in. The notch is in. Just got to shape this, drill the hole, and put it in place. That's not going anywhere. Nice and tight. Just got to clean up this here now, make it look pretty. Alright, so the second one is actually complete. All good. Nice solid fit. It's got the loop. Fits in there good. Doesn't come out. You can loop it. It's going to stay exactly where you want it, and it looks sharp. Nice and sharp. Comes out smooth. And look how this accidentally worked out. The pin with that little groove we put in, it came out almost perfect. It's almost like that pin, it was there just so you could see the pin. So that's beautiful. Nice and snug. Time to put an edge on this and do the last little oil and sand and be good to go, ready for delivery. This particular client wants to put this, which is a fire starting rod, on the bottom of his sheath. So it's going to go right like this. I need a double piece wide enough to fit that and wrap around, but I'm going to make it a little bit more fancy and do some shaping so it doesn't look sort of silly. Alright, I want this so it goes all the way around and there's a gap there, but I want it kind of snug on the spine so there's not too much play. So I just got to line this up for the holes that I want, figure out where the holes are going to be drilled, drill those holes, and then trim it up. But first, I've never done this, so spin it. Alright, final assembly. Get this worked out. It's going to fit just fine. Got got it in, so push it from one side. As you push it in, it's a bit snug, but it's going to stay. So that's good. Got my hardware. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, let's tighten this up. Oh, that comes out no problem. Quick tightening up. All right, so there's nothing really to it. Very simple, easy stuff to work with, and I've always enjoyed using this Kydex. Easy belt loop on this one. Comes in nicely, slides right in. It's not going anywhere. This one was a little bit more involved, but I'm happy with it. This fit up perfectly. The bolts just make it look tactical. The straps are good. This one's a little bit lower, so that's going to keep it actually higher, so it'll have an upward angle. I'm really happy with that. It's actually the same angle coming across here. So the handle will have that upward angle. Overall, I mean, it fit up perfect. This comes in, you know, snug, so you have confidence that it's going to stay there for as long as you need it to stay there, and only come out when you wish it to come out. And it's perfect. It's perfect. It just came out so nice. So I'm not complaining about anything. Happy with it. That's a quick tutorial to a couple of Kydex sheaths I'm putting together, or I put together. All done. Time to put an edge on these knives and make delivery. Thanks for watching. Click to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Sake of Science.